Guys, excuse Dopey. He is wanting attention or something. I don't know what he wants. He never tells me. What do you want? Anyway, so I have these questions about borderline personality disorder that I want to answer. It's only 10 of them, so it should be a somewhat quick video. Excuse the bra straps and everything. Dopey, bro. You gotta be quiet. Alright, so what do you think are the main misconceptions surrounding BPD? So I believe that a lot of people think that borderline personality disorder is only people who are abusive, manipulative, mean, just narcissistic, and things like that, when it can really be anybody. A friend of mine, Eric, said that there should be a subgroup, which I believe in, with people that are quiet borderlines. So a quiet borderline doesn't really just put themselves out there like that. They don't really express the signs of BPD on a day-to-day life type thing. And most people think that you'd obviously see it because they're lunatics or they're insane or something like that, when it can be any person you're walking by on the street. You just wouldn't know. And a lot of people with borderline don't share their feelings with people, so it would be hard to just tell by looking at somebody. But we're not abusive. We don't mean to be manipulative if we are being manipulative. Usually that's just our way of expressing feelings, and we're not trying to make someone feel bad or anything like that. Some people are purposefully manipulative because it's just another type of borderline. We're all different. There's 9 criteria to be met, and there are a bunch of combinations of that, so we're all kind of different in a way. Question number 2, what symptoms do you experience? Oh gosh. So I have more than one personality disorder and some other disorders going on. I have paranoid personality disorder as well. So, oh gosh, I get anxious a lot. I really don't like myself. I don't like looking in the mirror and stuff like that. I don't really like making videos and editing them because then I have to look at myself and kind of judge myself, which is not fun. I have mood swings that are crazy. Oh goodness, I dissociate quite often. I've just learned to kind of deal with that and learn how to cope with it. There's a lot of symptoms I experience, but I think it's because I have other disorders. I can't narrow it down. What are the triggers? So I don't recognize my triggers necessarily because I don't think I get triggered like that. Abandonment does scare me, and so if someone has a slight change in tone or facial expression or anything that I feel like, I'm good at reading people, and if someone has like an off type emotion, I don't know the word, is having an off day, I can notice that. And that can sometimes trigger me. Usually in a relationship, that'll trigger me to dissociate or just kind of shut down. What are some ways that BPD is treated? So, oh my gosh, don't be. Some of the ways that it's treated would be DBT. Sorry, the sun's like in my eyes, so I'm trying to keep my eyes open. So, dialectical behavior therapy by Marsha Lanahan. She has a workbook that I used to help me, and usually in DBT therapy, you have a group component and then just you component. So it's supposed to be really helpful because of the group. A lot of us feel very alone, and a group, you can kind of see that you're not alone in that. It's not just for people with borderline personality disorder, but it's the best therapy according to science that is out there for borderline personality disorder. Okay, has your condition resulted in destructive behavior? My favorite question. Yes, it did. For a long, 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 long time. So from 12 to probably 17, almost 18, I was a little piece of crap. I drank and drove. Sadly, that was not okay, and I stopped doing that. I drank a lot, and it wasn't really to hide the pain, it's just because I wanted to, and I was being a rebel and doing all this other crap. I used to do drugs. I was never like addicted to them. I just wanted to get high, which was kind of stupid. It was stupid. It wasn't kind of stupid. I have ruined relationships because I ended up getting hurt and I said awful things, and I blame myself for ruining those relationships, but it's usually the result of me being hurt. I don't know if me picking at the sides of my nails is self-destructive behavior, but I do that, and I've always done that. It may be anxiety or something like that. But I also have a bad self-image, so that is another thing that's kind of destructive for me. I suffered with eating disorders when I was 13, 14, probably a little bit longer than that. Well, that's when it kind of like happened, where it started. But I recovered from those. What else? Okay. What's the best way you can support someone with BPD? I say the best way to support someone with BPD would be to validate all feelings, even if they seem a little weird or off or stupid. Stupid. Because they're not stupid, they're all feelings and they're real. A lot of people refuse to understand that part. Everyone has an emotion, and if they're trying to express their emotions, you need to validate that, because that's a huge step for someone with borderline personality disorder. Because we don't just go out and express feelings all the time. And if someone does, that means they're trying, and it needs to be validated. Validation is key to almost any conversation, to anything, really. If someone feels like they're not being heard or understood, then it's just not gonna go well. How do you feel about the way BPD is portrayed in popular culture? I don't even see it in popular culture. That's the problem. There's such a stigma behind it that it's sad. If I have seen anything, it's bad stuff. Like, it's not accurate in any way, shape, or form. Dopey, quit. Just quit. Just quit. Sorry. I had to go take my dog for a walk, aka Dopey, and I just got killed by mosquitoes, so that was fun. Okay. I already answered, how do you feel about the way BPD is portrayed in popular culture? It's all inaccurate, pretty much. Alright, next question, number 8. Have you ever been discriminated against? Not that I know of. I was applying for jobs recently, and I saw, like, disabilities and depression being one of them, and I answered truthfully, because I could, but I don't know if that was, like, how that all works, so I don't know. Not that I know of. I've had therapists, like, not treat me, but other than that, like, no. How do people react when you tell them you've got a personality disorder? They never believe me. They're like, you don't seem like that. You don't seem crazy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I'm not crazy, but I do have a disorder. Gosh, I can't. This camera is making it harder to fix everything. Okay. But they usually don't believe me initially, and they usually still are surprised later on. Unless you're like dating me or something, then you usually don't know. Crap. No! I don't have any more band-aids. And number 10, what is one thing about BPD you wish everybody knew? I wish that people knew that we weren't all bad. There's good traits to us, or people with BPD. And it's not what you think it is. You can help people with BPD, and it's not impossible to be in a relationship with someone with BPD. You find ways to work with that person, and it will most likely be okay. But BPD isn't curable. It is treatable. But anyone with BPD can succeed. It just takes a lot of time and effort and, a lot of hard work, just like any other disorder would. Alright, so I'm bleeding, and that'll be the end of the video because I have to go fix this. I cut myself while shaving in Chicago because I used one of those crappy razors that you buy for shaving, obviously, and it didn't do any good. So, but that's a quick little Q&A type thing. It's kind of quick. I try to make it quick. I don't know. But more videos coming soon. Bye!